we actually share a goal, which is making sure Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. That's something that I committed to when I was still a senator. It was a solemn pledge that I made before I was elected president, and everything that I've done over the course of the last several years in relation to Iran has been in pursuit of that policy.
All right, folks. So joining us now, Jennifer Rubin, Washington Post columnist, author of the Right Turn blog at thewashingtonpost.com. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
Good to talk to you. All right, let's start with Iran. And you know, it's interesting to me because you focused on Governor Perry, former governor of Texas, and you wrote a piece today at the Right Turn blog talking about how he is right on the money when it comes to Iran. What differentiates him or separates him from some of the other Republicans that you've heard?
Well, I think there are some other Republicans who are very good, but he went a tick farther, and that's, I think, where the rest of the field needs to go, and that is to say, I will not enforce, I will not recognize a deal struck along the lines we've been hearing by this president that is objectionable to our allies, that has not been ratified by Congress. It will be a dead letter. So you can negotiate till the cows come home, but that's going to end when you go out the door. And I think that would be the most productive thing every member of the Republican field could say right now. Hillary won't do it, but then let's have the election on that. Who's going to have the guts to stand up to Iran?
Yeah, no, that's a very good question. And you wrote another piece, which I could segue into from that, talking about the Republican field and can they win, you say, is the wrong question to ask when it comes to this candidate as a possible, nominee, or this other candidate as a possible nominee. So what is the right question if can they win is not the right question?
Well, I made the comment in regard to three candidates in particular, Carly Fiorina, John Bolton, and Lindsey Graham. And my analysis with them, as it is with a bunch of others, is these are long shots. Frankly, it's a long shot for Ted Cruz, who's at single digits in the polls. The real question Republicans should be saying is not whether they can win, but what will they add to the debate. We need to have a really serious debate, and the three people I mentioned are all grown-ups. They've all had experiences in life that are different from the other people in the field. Not only is she a woman, but Carly Fiorina was a CEO, ran an international corporation. John Bolton was at the UN. Lindsey Graham, whatever you think of him on a whole range of issues, has really been in defense and foreign policy since he was back in the House in the late 90s. So these are meaty people, and it's important to have them on the stage. They act as hall monitors, if you will, calling BS on the candidates who are making no sense. They add to the discussion. They focus the debate on important things. So my attitude is, please come on in. We could use some smart people and some people who are particularly adept at this topic.
All right, speaking of smart people, we're supposed to believe there's no one smarter than Hillary Clinton. Yet it turns out the new rules and laws were so ambiguous when she became Secretary of State regarding email that she just really didn't understand it. So she just followed the lead of secretaries of state gone by and did what they did when it came to email. That's what we're hearing from the supporters, and they're far and few between when it comes to supporters of what Hillary has done with the email. The Democrats have been very silent, and even those on the left in the media have been taking her to task. So where is this going to end? How is this going to shake out, do you believe?
It never amazes me how the press and the left circle around the Clintons, no matter how corrupt they are, no matter how imperiously they behave, no matter how greedy they are. They always have a circle of defenders and bolsters and people to spin silly arguments. You'll also notice that she's the world's smartest person. She's the world's smartest lawyer, except when it comes to figuring out if she should do government business on a government email account. Now, I think, if she's supposed to be the smartest human being on the planet, she could have figured that out. The law also changed, by the way, since her predecessors were in office. But beyond that, it's not a question of having a duplicate email. She never had an official email. She wasn't going to put anything on there. So it's just par for the course. The Clintons have learned at this point not to leave a paper trail, not to leave witnesses behind. And I think by all means, please rally to her cause, keep her in the race, and then if we can get a decent Republican candidate to really run on corruption, insiderness, really personal morals and ethics, I think it would be a delight for a number of people in the Republican field to run against her. We don't have anybody who compares to the Clintons running in the Republican field.
Yep, between the foreign donations, the speeches, everything else. But we need a Republican candidate, like you said, who will not have the same advisors as McCain and Dole, and will come out and tell it like it is. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Have a great weekend. Read her at the Right Turn blog at the Washington Post. Up next, Director of Jihad Watch, Robert Spencer.